afternoon, Keto fam. Please forgive this Crypt Keeper look, but today I am cramming. I am leaving bright and early tomorrow morning, heading to Rhode Island for their annual get-together for the Pearl Company. I have to pick up 2 people on the way. I promised you this video for the what we call hot dynamites growing up. I went through, let me show you guys something. This is decades of 90% handwritten recipes from my mother and my grandmother. And I found her recipe in this book here. Obviously, I can't use her recipe for the most part. I can follow the, just the basics. It calls for 3 tablespoons of sugar in the sauce. Not gonna do that. Maybe a pinch. I don't like my marinara really sweet anyway, but you kind of want to cut the little bit of acid in the tomato sauce. Guys, please, I'm looking at my eyes going, dang, you look like a raccoon. Anyway, I have preset my oven to 375. I have lined a sheet pan with some aluminum foil, and I've sprayed it with some olive oil because I don't trust that non-stick, because I don't know what they're spraying on that stuff. I have 1 pound of ground beef. I have 1 large can of crushed tomatoes, a can of diced tomatoes, garlic, thyme, bay leaves, crushed pepper, salt, pepper, basil, olive oil, 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1/2 white onion diced up in the pan. So I'm gonna get that going. I picked up this garlic. I don't know what it says, 1 carb for 3/4 of a teaspoon, you guys. What? That's crazy. So I'm gonna put, this calls for 1/2 clove of garlic, but I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons. Ooh, that is very pasty. For some strange reason, her recipe does not call for an egg in her mix, and I'm not sure. But I'm going to put 1 egg in there just for a good binding agent, only because the breading part that I'm going to use are the cheese wisps. I picked these ones up. I want to try these, bacon barbecue. Anybody had these ones? I'm going to try one for you right here. I had to go to 3 stores to find these things, you guys. I should have just took my behind to Costco. Yum. Those are good. 2 carbs per serving. Serving size is about 23 crisp. Wow, that's crazy good. Okay. So, I'm going to let that start to simmer down. I am going to just kind of caramelize the onions a little bit. Turn it down. For the meat, 1 pound of hamburger, 1/2 clove of garlic, squirt of garlic, a pinch of thyme, ooh, way too much, pinch of thyme. No, let me do a little bit more. Pinch of thyme. 1/4 cup of Italian cheese. That must, I wonder if that's Parmesan cheese. I didn't even notice that. I'm just going to use the Parmesan crisp. And that's about a cup. So I'll mix that, see how that comes out with just that little bit. So far, this is what I got in there. Sorry, guys. I feel so raggedy right now. It says 1/2 cup of cold water. Oh, it does say 1 egg. I don't know if I want to put an egg in there. Woo, you guys, sorry. So sorry. Hang on. Doesn't look like much. I am also going to add, alright, I don't want to burn this because garlic gets really bitter when you burn it. So, let me go ahead and add the tomato sauce. Crushed tomatoes. 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Salt and pepper to taste. I got some of the semi-dried basil that I always get. Nice big pinch of the basil. The heat comes in the crushed red peppers, you guys. This is where the heat... You guys, I'm so sorry. I am like, it's 1 o'clock, a little bit after 1 o'clock. I'm going to say that's about a tablespoon and a half. I'm also going to add some to the actual meat. Oven's ready. I want these things right, make my nose run. All right, I'm going to take my pure, I'm just going to do a pinch in the sauce. Not a lot, because I do not like my sauce sweet at all. I'm going to do 2 bay leaves. She called for 1 small bay leaf, but, well, let me see what I can get out of here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the meat real quick, you guys. I'm going to add, oh my God, that looks amazing. I love homemade marinara. I'm going to add some pepper to the meat. I'm going to add some salt to the meat. And I'm also going to add a little bit of the regular garlic or garlic powder. All right, she said hamburger, garlic, thyme, Italian cheese, breadcrumbs, half a cup of cold water, and 1 egg. I'm not sure. I think the cold water might be to help with the absorption of the bread. So I'm not going to do that because I just prefer the breadcrumbs or the cheese the way it is. So I'm going to give this a quick mix. And I'm going to show you how we shape these things. They end up being shaped like torpedoes, I guess. Enough to fit in a hot dog roll, more or less. Because you want it shaped kind of like, I'm going to add the rest of this Parmesan cheese. You kind of want it shaped like a sausage, basically, a sausage. So her recipe is simple, to the point. It's just like a spicy meatball, guys. That's basically what it is. It would appear that most of her ingredients are in the sauce, so when they cook into it. So this is what it looks like once it's all mixed up. You can barely even see. Like a big old tootie patootie. Alright guys, I'm running at 8.5 minutes right now. Just cook them in the oven. I get a 375. Cook them till they're a little crunchy on the outside. Plop them in your sauce. Simmer them probably for another 30 minutes to an hour in the sauce. And eat them with some mozzarella. And that's it, guys. Ooh, wish me luck on my trip to Rhode Island, guys. Ugh. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and watching me. So sorry I look like the Crypt Keeper, but I love you anyway, you guys. Have a great weekend, you guys. And I'll come in next week. Love you.